This is Fett. Occasionally, Fett will posture himself and let me know it's a good day for rubs. If you don't wait for that time, he will let you know it is not time for rubs and will let you up. Just one little nip, not time, don't like it. But now, when he really wants to be cozy, he'll come find Dad and start nipping at my fingers, sort of settling in against my belly, and just letting me know it's a good time for the rubs, while he watches his brother down there, making sure he doesn't come up. Fett will be 6 years old in March. He, his brother Solo, and his sister Leia, as you can see where they got the names, all have varying stages of a birth defect. Don't know if it's actual dwarfism or if it was just something in the way, nutritionally. I mean, they were found when they were little bitty pinkies, no hair, eyes closed, ears pinned to the sides of their head, had no idea what was going on. But even then, you could kind of see their paws were going more in a flipper direction, sort of out to the side instead of up and down. Now, Fett is the probably closest to being able to be an outside squirrel. His front paws go forward. He can hold things and stand and eat, where his brother and sister cannot. Their forepaws are so sort of canted to the side that they can't hold anything up in front of their face and eat unless it's super long, like a carrot stick or something like that. So they've been with us all 5-6 years now. It was very scary at the beginning because I'd never had, one, pinkies, and two, 3 of them with possible developmental issues. So we decided to get with the vet who actually gave them to us. She called us and said, "Hey, I've got 3 that I don't know too much about. I need a home for them that can give them the best opportunity." And she even told me that day, she says, we don't really expect all of them, if any of them, to make it. It was just such a, am I boring you? I didn't know the real circumstances of how they'd been found. They were brought to her by a lawn service, so it could have been that they found them in a tree they knocked down or a limb. It could have been that their mother abandoned them early because of the defects, which unfortunately, in the wild, that's not a moral decision, it is a resource decision. You can eat my phone. I'm busy over here. No need to eat the phone. That was Solo letting me know that Fett's getting too much time. So we bore down and did everything by the book, the way the vet said, the way all the experts say, and they're doing fabulous. I mean, you can tell they're a little chubby because they don't get the opportunity to stretch their legs as much as another squirrel will. I mean, don't get me wrong, Leia and Fett and Solo are as fast as any squirrel. The trick becomes when they get to a tree. That up and down paw motion is vital for them to be able to maneuver, get away from predators. Their back feet can turn almost 180 degrees, so changing directions is vital to being able to survive in tree life. That's a good boy. So we've set them up with the best opportunity here, full back porch enclosure that is lined with hardware cloth so they can't get through the screens and nobody can get in. It's just a matter of giving them the best opportunity to develop and be as squirrely as they want to be. But he's the only one that allows this. Leia and Solo will let me pat them or rub them when they're on their way by or being held, but Solo is the only one that will come and crave the attention. Don't know why. Their alpha status switches depending on what they're doing. Fett more or less is the leader of the band, But don't tell Leia that, because she will put him in his place and everybody else as soon as she can. So Fett is the most probable that if he were out in the wild, he could survive. The percentages are very low, but Leia and Solo would not be able to. Leia has a very difficult time climbing verticals, so our entire porch is padded with workout mats and cat beds and dog beds and just everything to give them an opportunity, as if they were in the canopy, to drop down and be able to catch something on the way. Whereas a normal back porch, if they're running on something high and they drop, they're gonna fall, and there's nothing to catch them. So here we at least give them, you know, opportunities to break up their fall like they would in the trees. They start falling, they reach out, they maneuver their tail. Anything that they can touch with their feet, they'll try to bounce off of. So it's a lot of redirection. But if you don't have that, then you will fall and get an owie like Peekaboo. Peekaboo is our she'll be 5 this summer. Peekaboo is our 5-year-old girl who that just exactly happened to 5 years ago. She fell out of a tree into a parking lot. And when they brought her to me, she was already having dental issues. One of her teeth had broken off, and just a variety of facial deals. So she was the next one that we got taken care of. Took her to the doctor, the vet. We have a world-class small animal vet specialist here in Central Florida that people come from all over the world, really, to bring her their small animals. So she's been a friend of ours since we got the trips, and she took excellent care of Peekaboo. We took excellent care of Peekaboo. We got all of her toofuses up front taken out, her incisors. But squirrels also have molars, like most mammals, I would imagine. I don't know most mammals, so I would say people for sure. But they've got the front cutters that grow throughout their lifetime and either need to be worn down or trimmed if it's a non-release squirrel. But I hate trimming teeth, squirrel or any other way. But there is a way to do it. I'm just not a big fan because it does not always go 100%. There could be splintering. I have heard that prolonged clipping, and don't listen to me at all, but I've seen that odontomas somehow seem to go hand in hand with long-term clipping. That is a guess and a total opinion. I am not that kind of expert in any way, shape, or form, but that was part of the discussion we had with the doctor, with Peekaboo. Would she be able to retain some of her front teeth, and I could trim them? And after, I don't know, a lot of hems, haws, and pros and cons, we decided let's just take out the incisors, let her heal, and I'm a sous chef now. I'm basically the greatest vegetarian sous chef in the squirrel kingdom. I trim up Peekaboo's food small enough that she can either, like I said, carrot sticks or something like that, that can get to her molars and she can actually work down. She can't open a nut because she doesn't have those 2 super incisors at the top and 2 at the bottom. They're not there, so she has a hard time carrying nuts and other items. So she is a definite special needs. We got to cater to her diet, make sure she gets to eat right. I knew you were going to be a daddy's boy today. I could tell by the way you got up. Let me know in the comments or anything if you want me to talk more. Most of my videos are just squirrel activities, and sometimes there's no reason for me to talk. They're silly enough as it is. Yeah, you always got to be aware. You always got to be aware. But yeah, let me know if you want, these are their earmuffs. I don't know, you don't want the earmuffs. Let me know if you want me to comment or talk more during the videos. Like I said, a lot of times I don't have anything to say because what they're doing is either self-explanatory or amusing without my interference. But if you would like I'll try to remember some information. I have so much knowledge that I've forgotten, because when you start talking about squirrels to people who are not coming to your channel or interested, their eyes glaze like a donut. So I'm often hesitant to just jump right in and go, you know about squirrels? All right, I won't do that no more. See, you got to pay attention to their signs too. You don't want any more head scrubs, and you let me know. Back off. All right. I wish we knew when this was going to happen. We could go live on YouTube or something. But squirrels are so random that it takes forever to jump online when they're doing something sporadic. They all love face mushes, that's for sure. Every squirrel you'll ever meet loves their faces mushed. Their gums rubbed, their cheeks rubbed. And if you're lucky, you can get between the shoulder and the cheek on a good time, at a good day, they'll raise up their arm. I think we ran out of stuff to say. We are in Central Florida, which is not very cold, relatively speaking. Many of you are way out there in the frozen tundra. Hello. Leia's jealous. What's the matter, buddy? Sissy interrupt things? Or are you just gonna go hang out in a pocket? Hey, buddy. All right, I think we're good. There's Leia again. Made her all the way around the room. That's signaling that we're not done yet. We're not finished yet. Silly squirrels interrupted us. Now we gotta start all over again. We gotta start all over again. Yeah, but here we go. You gonna help? Oh, here's a good time for a bath. See what I mean about their back feet? How far they can turn all the way around? Come on. He thinks I have something in my pocket. And my hoodie pocket is the normal stash spot for nuts. So he goes and makes sure I'm not holding. All right, bud? You're mad at sister because she disrupted our playtime. There she is. All right. See you later, bud.